Hello everyone, I am Super Dungeon Boy, and this is somewhat a movie review, or reviews. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 movies that I'm going to just put reviews on all at once on this one video and just go for it. It's a little bit different, rather than just doing one video for one thing, but I feel that these videos don't deserve a 10-minute explanation, so yeah. So let's get cracking. Have a beer. It is, after all, well, it's after 4th of July, but whatever, nonetheless. So for those that had a happy 4th of July in America, good for you. You know, blew up shit, whatever, had barbecue, watched a movie like I did, or when it rented one. Anywho, hope you can hear me over this fucking fan in the room. Don't have a choice, it's hot as balls down here. Anywho, Sin City, for those who don't know where I'm at. Anywho, okay, first up, we got Blended with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. It's a comedy slash somewhat romance. The movie was okay for a first-time date. If you're gonna take your date out or whatever, you know, or you're gonna rent it at the, you know, dollar box or whatever. You do that either. I felt that the movie was pretty much a rehash of Adam Sandler slash Drew Barrymore and another comedy together. Not as good as The Wedding Singer. It's kind of like, in a way, it reminds you of a little bit of 50 First Dates, just a little bit, like the chemistry they have, with just a dash of Wedding Singer in there, except with kids. So try to squeeze all that together. This is what you get. It's the, I don't know, single parent version of your typical romance comedy. I don't really know how to elaborate that. I don't have any children, so to give you a further definition, Adam Sandler has what the hell, couple of girls in the movie. He's the father of a couple of girls, and Barrymore is the mother of, I believe, 2 boys, and 2 or 3, one of the other, I forget. But they all get together by accident. Long story short, Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore keep on meeting up by accident, and they keep running into each other. One little thing leads to another. They hate each other at first, and then of course later on, as you'd imagine, it develops a friendship. The friendship develops a romance, and well, you guessed it, you know. So, but it's pretty funny at times, but yeah, I don't know. 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10 if you're not an Adam Sandler fan. So yeah, it's not The Wedding Singer, not even close to that. So definitely rent it if you're a fan. If you're not, your call. Moving on. X-Men, Days of Futures Past, or I'm sorry, Days of Future Past. My mistake. Real fast before I get into this one, just to let everyone know out there, I should have mentioned this from the beginning, this video will be pretty long. I'm doing like 4 quick little reviews, and then I'm also going to speak to you about how I guess, fail as a movie reviewer. So I'll explain that after we're done with the reviews. So if you want to stick around after all these little mini reviews, then I'll talk to you one-on-one, or maybe make another video. I haven't quite decided yet. See how long this turns out. So let's just get into it. So the X-Men movie that came out fairly recently, I hate that. Every time that I'm on the camera, my face gets itchy. It's like, it must be nerves. Nothing that alcohol can't cure. So, let's see. Basically, the whole thing is, with the X-Men movie, a lot of people got lost in the sauce as far as the story goes, and just to sum it up real easy, the Sentinels came... Oh, what the hell? Let me get this straight, make sure I get this exactly right. All I know is that there's a pending Sentinel attack that will happen in the future, this time, whatever. And if we don't... I'm sorry, not this time, but like further down the road, but whatever. So the Sentinels, for those that don't know, are these huge robots that basically adapt, whatever. They have mutant powers within them, and they basically, god damn it, how to make this make sense? Well, screw it. Basically, robots that have mutant powers from all the other mutants that you grown to love, like Wolverine and all the rest, with the super healing and all the nonsense and whatever. And I say nonsense because I hate the Sentinels. Just a personal thing. I know that doesn't make sense to you. Basically, this attack is coming if somebody doesn't go into the past and change like this one little thing. And the one little thing is stopping Mystique. Yeah, she was back in the past like 50 years ago into, we wrote it down for once, 1973. So 50 years ago, back in 1973. Gotta remember the movie was filmed just a year ago, so if you know anything about films. Anyway, so back in 1973, Mystique is going to kill some crazed fucking mad professor guy. So this little short dude, he's the, god, I wish I knew his name. He's the dude that plays on King of Thrones. King of Thrones? What the fuck did I just say? Game of Thrones. King of Thrones. That's a free blooper for you. That's half of the reason why I probably fail to grasp the audience, because I leave in bloopers. I don't give a shit. I think that's funny. Leave in the bloopers. King of Thrones. What the fuck? Oh, man. Later, when this thing's done, I'll be laughing at myself about that. Let me try that again. So, the half-man from Game of Thrones, one of the little Lannister guy. Anyways, he is basically the scientist in this movie, and he needs to be stopped, and Mystique is going to kill him, which, if she does, then this future is going to happen. If she does not kill him, then the Sentinels will never come to be, and the politicians will never think that mutants are that much of a threat, and so everything will change, that mutants and humans can coexist, all because of this one guy, more or less, and that the Sentinels will never see, or will never be, or not as powerful, if whatever you want to say. Anywho, so here's the problem, though. There's a little girl that has super psychic-like powers, and she can take people, as far as their mind, back in time, and you'll actually be there in time. I'm really serious. This is part of the film. I'm not making this shit up. So here's the problem. She can only take most people back like 2 to 3 weeks back in the past. She can go in the past. The problem is, if you go back any further, it'll damage your mind and you'll never be the same. It'll be like a vegetable or whatever, or you just die. Excuse me. So, Professor Xavier was supposed to be the one to go back because he knows exactly where to go back in 1973, knows exactly what to do, knows exactly where to be and all that. So he can't because it'll kill him. So who do we know that can get pretty much damaged beyond all accounts of FUBAR, fucked beyond all recognition, or however the fuck that stands for. God, I've been drinking. Excuse me. And so Wolverine, as you guessed it, of course. So Wolverine's the one that has to go back in the past, and honestly, that was pretty cool to see Wolverine back in 1973. That was pretty cool. You know, he had the typical get-up. You know, like he looked like a, I don't know, like a cowboy slash roadie or something. I don't know. His get-up was pretty cool. Pop the collar, baby. Anyways. Alright, I'm kind of getting sidetracked here. So, anywho, so he goes back. Well, I don't want to spoil anything. Screw me, I don't want to spoil it for you. So, he goes back. Does he succeed? Does he stop Mystique? Guess who else is back in 1973? Magneto, of course. And he's much, much younger. So is Xavier. So is Beast. Who the hell else did I see? Well, there's a few. And Mystique is a lot younger during that time. Anyways, I felt that this movie, like, from what I briefly remember from the comics, quite some time ago, back in the 90s, yeah, when they had this whole thing about, you know, like, the X-Men, like, whole apocalypse thing, where it's just all the mutants are going to be wiped out and all that, and this is during the time in the comics where Wolverine had his hand, what the hell was it, melted off or cut off, one or the other. I heard that he got into a fight with Cyclops, of all people, for, I think it was because of Jean Grey. I don't know, it's been so long ago, so I don't even remember. But if somebody knows, comment below, as usual. Anyways, so it didn't have Bishop a whole lot in this movie, and what's so funny is anything to do with the future of the X-Men or the mutants and all that kind of stuff, Bishop and I believe Cable are supposed to be in this film. They should. Bishop is in the film, let me correct myself. He is in the film, but he gets probably 2 minutes in the entire movie and to him, and they don't really tell you much about him. Just like, I'm here to help. Okay, why? I don't know. I'm here to help. Like, oh, okay, alright. Let's just time travel. And then he don't time travel. He stays there in the present, which is our future. It's starting to get complex now. So anywho, ignoring all the time travel, and I wish they had more about Bishop and told more about Bishop and gave you a backstory, a real thorough backstory. I don't have anything to give you, I'm sorry, as far as the movie goes. So yeah, other than that, the movie is better than that Wolverine movie. Oh god, that last one, what the hell was it? I can't even think. The title we should not speak of. So, that last Wolverine movie, this X-Men movie is better than that. This is 8 out of 10. Rent it, buy it, love it, throw it away, I don't care what you do with it. Alright, moving down the line. I know I wasted enough time on that. Let's see, we got A Million Ways to Die in the West. Now, this is that, oh god, what the hell, the Family Guy fucking creator. I can't even think of his damn name. Seth MacFarlane. So, this is a real easy review. So, as you'd imagine, you know, Seth MacFarlane does Family Guy. We know that. Cleveland Show, American Dad, and there's probably another one or something else I don't know. I am not a super big Family Guy fan. I'm sorry. I'd rather watch South Park. Just more my cup of tea. Or The Simpsons, but The Simpsons are kind of just whatever now. Nothing against people that like Family Guy. Stewie's funny as hell, you know. Always making fun of the fat man. See, I can't even do the voice. I don't do British voices. That was my best. So, yeah, give a thumbs down for the British voice. Anyways, so the jokes are, I felt like just watching one long episode of Family Guy, as far as the jokes, these are just the jokes, but done in a Western feel. At times the jokes were like, oh wow, they went there, that was funny, and then downright offensive to borderline sick, like oh, that's just fucking gross, like, or I don't know, just big time toilet humor, as you'd imagine. But then again, I like South Park, so I don't label that too bad. I don't know. I guess the difference is between joke-wise, you know, Family Guy and South Park. South Park, yeah, they do have a gross factor in a downright, like, you know, like partial nudity to whatever they want to show, done in animation. But when they're going to tell a joke, they're going to shock you and then give you the joke at the same time. And depending on the joke in South Park, it'll render about 10 seconds or less. You know, how shocking the joke is. And it's good. They do it, the way they execute a joke is flawless. Yeah, so Family Guy, on the other hand, you got retarded shit. Like, example, like Family Guy TV show that, you know, Peter Griffin is running, hits his knee, and then literally for 5 fucking minutes real time is just going, ow, ow, holding his knee and grabbing the knee, just rocking back and forth and blowing on it, ow, ow, and that's funny. Hey, what the hell do I know? He's a millionaire, so he must be doing something right. Probably a billionaire, little do I know. So, with that aside, this movie, once more time with the weird title, A Million Ways to Die in the West. You know, if you want me to rate it, I'm only rating it because I'm not a super fan. It's not as good as his last film, Ted. Ted was great. Ted was funny as shit. Ted was, like, in my book, like a 9, solid 9. Just wish that there was a little bit more of it. I don't know. Maybe in my head it was a little bit short of a film. Anyways, but as far as this goes, I hate to say it, but like 4 out of 10. Sorry. The jokes were just either whoosh, over your head, or you got them, or they're kind of like, ooh, you know, just downright offensive, or too sick, or whatever. You be the judge. If you're a diehard fan, do what you must. Rent it, own it, love it, buy it, whatever. Moving on, the last review we got here. Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Okay, I know this one has been out for a while, and, well, hell, some of these have been out for a while, but lately I've been trying to do a review, but then every time I want to do a review, I always keep running into computer problems, or I have to do something, or I pretty much, here in Sin City, have to deal with 115 degrees of weather Oh, but remember, it's a dry heat. That don't matter. No humidity. It's just like the asshole of the sun. Fucking hot. And that's not even as hot as it gets. Fucking look up like what it is in Death Valley, which is not too far from here. Like 120 on average. Anywho. So when it gets that damn hot, your AC unit and stuff just really never cools you down. I have to have this damn fan going all the time. And so when I'm in my shitty little 11 by 10 room, you know, it gets pretty damn hot in here, so not much you can do about that. Anywho, so Captain America, long story short, Captain America versus pretty much SHIELD. There you go. The organization that he works for basically becomes, or wants to become, I'm sorry, the NWO. And the NWO, for those who don't know, that conspiracy theory shit with the New World Order. So basically it goes off a conspiracy theory that the government is trying to take over the world, and they have these machines, and these machines are what the hell? What do they got? Like, they're like kind of remind you of RoboCop in a way, if I remember right. And you know, they stop any kind of crime, and if you shoot them or something, they'll just annihilate you. If I remember right, there's some kind of mecha in there. I don't know. Point is, there is a huge surprise in that movie. I highly recommend you rent it at the very least. For those that are comic book fans, this is a definite own. If you're a Captain America fan, after all, you know, we just got done celebrating 4th of July, so I've got to have Captain America in this review here, and I got to give it a good review. So, for those that are not a comic book fan, oh, sorry, before I get to the verdict, I'm sorry, let me back that up. There's a huge twist in the movie that somebody from Captain America's past comes back. But who? Who is it? Is it a good guy? Is it a bad guy? Find out. It's a shocker. Anywho, now let's bring it back here. So, for those that are not a comic book fan of any kind, and you're just going to watch a movie based on a action film, this doesn't get too out there as far as like X-Men and that kind of stuff. I've noticed that some people that don't like comic books or any kind of cartoons or anything like that, or sci-fi for that matter, when they get into these movies, it's really hard to, you know, sell a movie to someone that has no interest in sci-fi theater or anything like that. So, put it this way, this Captain America movie would be something that if you have like a younger brother, or just younger audience in general, would absolutely like it. 30-year-old, 40-year-olds, if you grew up with Captain America, even the 50-year-olds would like this. But I don't know if I would recommend this to my grandma and grandpa, you know. I don't think they would know what the hell a Captain America is, let alone any of this shit, you know, so I could see it now. Why is there flying machines on the big screen? Well, Grandma, you know, they're part of the New World Order. What the hell? What? What did they order? Control! Anyways, conspiracy theories. But, anyways, so for those that are not comic book fans of Captain America or anything like that, I'd rate this to you a 7 or 7.5. If you are a fan, 8.5. Can't quite give it the 9. Yeah, I think this is one notch above the other Captain America movie, just by like half a point. The other one would be like an 8. This would be 8.5. So there you go. Rent it, love it, buy it, whatever. So this video went on long enough. I was going to explain my, I guess you would say, ways that I remove. What the hell? I need to take a break. We're gonna do another video here in a minute.